wonder where it all comes from.
What?
Washing. There was sand in everything.
Well, you will go to the seaside with a pair of mucky pups like yours, eh?
Hey, we had a good time, didn't we, Rosie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, not looking forward to this morning.
Has Grumpy Daddy got to go to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Grumpy Daddy doesn't know what he's going to find when he gets there. Like who's he going to be working for?
Yeah, but Jack Duckworth, of all people, you might as well have taken out a full page in Gazette.
Look, Jack's a mate. I'd sooner heard it from me than somebody else.
Like who?
Well, can you see Matt Bowen keeping it to himself for long?
Yeah, well, I won't believe it until it is signed and sealed. This is something, I really want this, something for both of us.
And that is the way it will be, so stop worrying. You can't lend me a tenner, can you? I'm a bit short already till I get to the bank.
And whose fault's that?
Ah, look, don't start that again.
Well, I wouldn't have exactly put a share in a racehorse top of our priorities at the moment.
Well, it'll be a bit of fun. Bit of an interest, like.
If interest's all you're looking for, look no further than across the road. Here.
So.
And if I come home and find that you have bought a share in a camel, I shall throttle you.
I mean, they can always sell it again, can't they?
Yes, of course they can. To the next coachload of drunken idiots that come along with £2.5 grand to throw away.
How much?
Cost them 300 quid each.
But I mean, most of that came out of the winnings, didn't it?
Oh, so that makes it all right, does it? Martin's got his share in a racehorse. Sarah Lou thinks it's wonderful. I mean, she was over the moon when he told her what he'd done. And if that was an end to it, fine.
But it isn't.
What's this wonder horse going to live on? Fresh air? Ah, they don't think of that, do they? I mean, of course you don't, do you? Not when you've got 10 pints inside you.
Yeah, I even thought of offering to chip in myself.
Hey?
This place, it's a sound little shop.
You know he's skin.
No, I said I thought about it. It didn't last long.
Cheers. It wouldn't have worked anyway. I'm not cut out to be somebody else's boss. You heard anything?
Not a word. Mind you, not been around much. I've been putting in a bit of overtime in down at the salon.
Yeah. Who's likely to buy a place like this?
Well, Baldwin did.
Oh, great. That's all we need. Another Mike Baldwin.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be one of your main dealers, is it?
A small garage owner looking for new premises.
Could be.
Well, where will that leave us?
Same as we are now, you know. Keeps three of us going. You, me and Baldwin.
Aye. What happens if this guy's got someone he wants to bring in? A brother, a son? Enough to keep flow going?
No, 5, 6.
Hey?
Well, you could have a big family.
Oh, great. Made me feel much better now.
Yeah, you brought it up. I'm happy just getting on with my job till someone tells me different.
That's what I like to see. Hard at it, impress the buyers.
Potential buyers, don't you mean?
No, I don't. I mean the buyers.
You've sold it.
All I've got to do is cross the T and dot the I's, but keep at it. Let them see what a good deal they got.
They're coming around here to have a look.
Nah, they can keep an eye on you from over there.
Who?
Your new bosses, Don Brennan and Josie.
Wine bar?
Yeah, start tomorrow.
Your luck might be changing at last.
I hope so. Certainly give me something else to think about. And how are you coping?
She's coping very well. Vera Duckworth been spreading the gospel, I take it?
People are very understanding, you know, honest.
Of course they are.
It's far better out in the open. At least everybody knows the truth. Stop their imagination running wild.
Right then, lads, when's the off?
Off?
First race, we don't want to mess about, not while it's winning.
Don't want to go rushing things, a lot to take into consideration.
Yeah, like when we're going to see you returning our money.
That's right, you can't rush a thing like this. I say you can't rush a thing like this. You need to liaise with the trainer, which I am quite happy to do on behalf of the lads like.
Yes, and I'll be going with you.
And me.
What do you know about racing? I know that the fastest horse normally wins.
No, what do you know about the finer points? Like what?
About distance and going.
You know all about that, don't you, Jack? Millions you've had off bookies over the years.
Oh, come on, Jack, it's a winner. Of course it's a winner. We wouldn't have paused it if it hadn't been a flaming winner. The thing is, it's going to be winning for us now.
Let's crack on then. Let's do it again while it's in the mood.
That's not the only advantage. Now, like being an owner for impressing the ladies.
I don't want to impress no ladies. I want to keep Judy happy. Oh, come on. It's a good horse, is that? Wait, you tell them you know something about it.
What's that?
This horse that we've just bought, Betty's Hot Shot.
Oh, you've still got it then? Got it in milk round already, have you?
Hey, it's a sound investment, is this?
Oh, aye, yeah, of course it is. What did you pay for it?
Well, 2,000 quid. Not each, that's between us, like.
Oh, aye, and you get some horse for £2,000, eh, Sean?
Well, it would be the first classic winner to be picked up for a song. How old is he?
4.
Right, he's got it all ahead of him, hasn't he?
That's a flaming hope so.
You could have another red rum on your hands there.
Yeah?
Well, he was 8 before he won his first national. And if my memory serves me right, his first race in England was a selling plate.
Well, there you are, you see.
He'll need the right handler, of course. Who's the trainer?
Hilary Forrest.
Would you believe it?
Do you know her then?
Listen, if she can't do it for you...
Hey, lads, we've got it all going for us. Hey.
One thing's for sure, you won't find out keeping it in the stable.
Tom Brennan and Josie.
Why do you want the place? Beats me.
I'll see you in the Rovers.
Yeah, see you, Tony.
See you in a bit.
Well, they want it because it's a good investment.
Oh, it does all right.
It does more than all right, as you well know. And who's that down to? That's down to you and Tony. If they can see a way of making something out of it, just think what you could have done.
Oh, Sal. I'm not going through all that again. We decided against it.
Yeah, you decided against it.
Yeah, because I would never have been happy putting all that cash into it. Putting us in up for years. They've got something we've not got.
Yeah, you're dead right. They've got ambition.
They've got cash. And they've no one else to think about but themselves.
What are you playing at? You know as much about that horse as I do about the life cycle of a termite.
So?
So, you've not only got them chucking more good money down the drain, you've put a smile on their faces while they're doing it.
It was our job, innit? Keep the punters happy.
And what was all that stuff about running it as often as they can?
Makes sense.
Sean, if they run that horse 3 times a day, it's not going to get any better.
What are they going to bet on? When I said they could have a nice little meal ticket there, you didn't think I meant for them, did you?
Liz, heard you got a new job?
Yeah, I have. Manager of a wine bar in town.
Well, I'm glad. Let's hope it's a turning point for you, eh?
I'm touched by your concern, Des.
So am I.
What?
Touched by your concern. Considering the hassle she's caused you.
There we are, love. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
I'll just take these to be going on with.
You don't fancy making me an offer for the entire stock while you're at it, dear?
Look, I know you find this highly amusing, but to Derek and me, this allotment's just opening a new window in our lives.
Well, let's hope you feel the same way in 6 months' time.
Yes, I'm sure we will. And it's doing Derek a world of good, all this fresh air and exercise.
Oh, I know. I could see this morning. He could hardly walk.
Oh, well, that wasn't from physical exertion, I can tell you, because if he'd spent a bit more time working and a bit less taking videos of other people doing...
Don't you think you're going a bit mad, the pair of you? I mean, turning over an allotment, I mean, that takes some doing. There's no prizes, you know, for getting it done in record time.
Are you saying we're not fit?
Well, neither of you are in Mr. Motivator's class, are you?
Have I been tired this morning? Have I been yawning my head off since I
No.
came in? And do you know why?
I'm about to find out, aren't I?
Because last night, Derek and I experienced something we haven't enjoyed for a very long time. We had the best sleep we've had in months. Oh, Rita, this allotment, it's just going to change our lives. Derek, I thought you said you weren't coming back for lunch.
I know. I wanted to show you what I've got. I've been to the library. I have here a positive mine of information.
But I've got all those magazines.
The more the better. There is so much to learn. If a job is worth doing, it's worth doing well. That's always been our maxim.
When are you going to find time to read all these?
Oh, not just me. Us.
Us?
It's a question of self-discipline. If we go to bed half an hour earlier, we can read for at least an hour every night.
What were you saying about this allotment? Going to change your lives?
Well, what's the point? He went yesterday.
Because it's awful for him in there. You can't just turn your back on him.
Look, I'm not. Have you thought how he might feel about this? He might not want to see me.
Well, he was pleased enough to see me.
Yeah, but it's hard for him, though, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, how would you feel if your kids had to see you in prison, eh?
Are you saying you'll be embarrassed about his family going to visit him?
Well, he's bound to be.
I don't believe I'm hearing this. Look, he's expecting you. What sort of message is he going to get when you don't turn up? He needs your support. You've got to support him.
But you don't fancy going down, do you, when you finish, do you? Well, it's just the thought of that place gives me the creeps.
No.
Well, come on, you've got more time on your hands than I have.
Yes, pal.
Look, I really don't think I should go. I've got loads of calls I can be making.
Nothing that I can't handle.
I mean, why can't you just see things as they really are? When I close that door and go home, that's it. The garage is somebody else's problem. And that suits me down to the ground.
Well, let's just hope it lasts.
Eh?
Don and Josie. I mean, we know they're buying it, but we don't know what plans they got for it, do we?
Oh, come on. What Don knows about cars, you can write on the back of the second-class stamp. And she's hardly likely to jack a cushy number in at Baldwin's factory, is she, eh? Roll her sleeves up. She doesn't strike me as the sort to do oil changes. Do you want another?
Hey, Kev, you missed out yesterday, didn't you? What? If you would have been with us, you two could have been the proud owner of a racehorse.
Ah, don't be silly. Gus Webster's got better things to do with our brass than throw it down the drain.
Not the way your dad looks at it.
My dad?
He knows a good investment when he sees it.
She's putting on a brave face, of course, but it's obvious she's been deeply hurt.
Oh, well, she'll get over it. I mean, all of us have to at one time or another.
I'm not sure her mother's the best company for her.
Do you know, I can't think of anybody better. I mean, I know they fight like cat and dog, but when they're up against it, I mean, them two are closer than jam on cracker.
Well, certainly puts one's life in perspective when something like this happens.
Oh?
Makes you appreciate just how insignificant your own problems are. I just have a pot of tea, please.
There speaks a woman who hasn't just acquired the back end of a horse.
The back end? You should count yourself lucky. At least you got something to sell.
Hey, what's the rush? Baldwin's gone to Leeds.
Yeah, well, he's not the one we've got to worry about anymore, is he? Come on.
Kev.
Here you go, Cross. I'll be there in a minute.
Right. Take it you've heard. Right, mug, I feel now.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us, doesn't it? I believed you, know, when you kept apologising for not being able to pay us back as quick as you like. You know, when you said how bad you felt.
Look, I wasn't thinking, Kev. I got tanked up, I let myself get talked into it. I mean, what the heck do I want with half the back leg of a flaming racehorse?
Yeah, well, if it was your money you were spending, you could have bought shares in the Loch Ness Monster for all I care. But it wasn't. It was mine, Sally's and the kids.
I know how you feel, Kev.
Yeah, and what about the upkeep? Suppose you want that as well, eh? Tag it on to the rest of what you owe us.
Look, I wasn't thinking. I got smashed, Kev.
Well, I'll tell Sally. I'm sure it'd make her feel a lot better.
Spot a bother, Squire? Oh, note that turning the clock back 24 hours won't put right, Fred. Really? Jack? Pipe for our friend here.
Right, Fred.
Hiya. I'm not stopping, I just wanted a quick word. I've been useless all morning.
Yeah, me too.
Look, about last night,
Maybe I came on a bit heavy.
I'd hoped by now you knew how I felt about you.
Yeah, well, put it down to my insecurity or my paranoia. And you can't blame me with a family like I've got.
What time do you finish tonight?
I reckon I could get away about 9 o'clock. Why, do you fancy takeaway?
Well, if you don't want to take a chance on my cooking.
Hey?
You said you had the house to yourself for a bit.
$2.50? Perhaps I'm being a bit overgenerous. Oh, come on, Fred. I'll get 300 quid for my share. Now you want to be rid. It's a buyer's market, William. Go on, then. $2.50 it is. I'll give you a cheque later. See you, Jacko.
Ta-ra, Fred, lad.
Hey, Martin.
Right, man.
Now then, Martin, what are you having?
Oh, you can let me in on the joke for a start. Could do with some cheering up.
Hey, it's no joke. Fred Elliott has just made me a very happy fella. Best thing out for your allotment, and that's straight from the horse's mouth.
Well, hardly.
No, perhaps not. You'll have to bag it yourself, mind.
Oh, well, if you think I'm going to let Derek go filling bags in a stable yard.
Well, get that boss of him to do it for him. According to your Derek, he's no stranger to shoveling.
Fred, think we got the message.
And how are we supposed to get it home? In the back of a car?
Well, if you're going to put obstacles in the way...
Thank you very much for the offer, but no thank you.
And I was prepared to offer you a good price and all on a regular order.
You weren't thinking of charging for it.
Certainly. We have to fork out to get him to produce it.
But you can get it free at the Briding Stables in Bolton Road.
But what quality is it? Does it come from the digestive system of a thoroughbred, a potential national winner?
By heck, Fred, this racehorse owning lark has certainly improved your small talk.
Going to do a lot more than that, Rita. And not only for me.
True, from what I hear, it's going to bankrupt the lot of you.
You don't have to tell me which faint heart that's come from. Bill Webster.
Martin Platt, actually.
Really?
If anybody else says how sorry they are for me today, I'll scream.
Look, I'm sorry, Maury. I didn't mean to upset you.
Of course you didn't, and neither did anybody else. They've been very understanding and very supportive.
That's why they've treated me like a peep show, is it? Let's go and see that woman who can't keep a husband, that woman who's been ditched for somebody else.
That's not the way it's been at all, and you know it.
Oh, it's kept people flocking in, hasn't it? It's been great for business.
And you reckon folk have nothing better to do than think about you, eh?
It's exactly what I've been telling her.
Look, Reg has flown the coop. It's hurtful, and it's going to leave a deep scar. There's no use pretending it's going to be any other way.
Look, Bill, I know you mean well, but if you are going to tell me that I've got to get out there and start my life over again, I just might clock you on because I've been told it 100 times today already.
It's a bit different coming from me, though, isn't it? I've been there.
Right, lads, come on, off you go. Sup up, home to your loved ones. If you don't look, your wife will have to do.
Jack.
Yeah?
Phone cut.
Who is it, kid?
I don't know, I didn't catch her name. Sounded like she was sucking on a pound of plums.
Right. Ta-ra, lads. See you tonight. Hello, Jack Duckworth. Hilary. How are you, love? How's he doing? Ah, great. Now then, what can I do for you?
Well, where did he get £300 from?
He won it.
Didn't even cross his mind to pay us back what he owes us.
Ah, well, he'd had a drink at the time, hadn't he?
Oh, that makes everything all right, does it?
Look, where's the point in causing a little more aggro?
Oh, do you know you're too soft for your own good, you are. You were right, you'd never have run a business in a million years. The first person who came to you with a sob story, you'd be fixing the car for nothing. Probably giving him a handout into the bargain.
Look, Sal, all I want to do is go to work in the morning.
Pick up your pay packet and let someone else do the worrying, I know, Kevin. Well, let's hope it all works out like that, shall we?
Hey?
Oh, for all we know, you could be out of a job by the end of the month.
Oh, yes. I was daft getting into it in the first place. I've had nothing but earache from Gail. Just wish I'd never set eyes on the animal.
I can't understand it. I say I can't understand it. Chance to go up in the world, get yourself a bit of status, have a bit of fun in the bargain. But if you're not happy...
So you'll buy it then, huh?
I don't need it, I'll be straight with you. But if it lets you off the hook with your missus...
Fred, you're a saint.
Check all right?
Yeah, anything.
200, right?
Hang on. I paid £300.
It's not like putting money in a building society. You don't get interest. It's more like buying stocks and shares. Prices fluctuate.
It's not fluctuated that much since yesterday.
Suit yourself.
Hang on. 250.
Look, lad, 200's on the table. Same again, Jack.
Aye, right.
225.
You say something?
I said I'll settle for 225.
And I'm sure you'll get it. Will you join me, Jack?
Aye, Fred. I need summits.
Right, 200 it is, and I hope you're very happy.
£200. Pleasure to do business with
you. Wish I could say the same.
There may buy you a drink. Same again.
No thanks, Fred. Probably end up paying for that and all. See ya.
I'm beginning to enjoy this racehorse, Lark.
Well, somebody is.
Hey, you're not going to pull out at all.
What? Not Vitua Vera. What a plonker I've been. You got no chance.
So what's the problem?
The problem is our trainer's been on.
Hilary?
Aye.
There's nothing wrong with the horse, is there?
Oh, no, he's grand. Couldn't be better. Jumping his way through enough food to keep half the flaming population going, according to her. She wants something on account.
She's going to get it, we've told her.
Tomorrow morning, 640 quid.
How much?
Which, to my reckoning, is 80 quid a share, Fred.
Sold it?
Yep.
Who to?
Fred Elliott. Got the cheque here.
Oh, well, I mean, he can't lose, can he? Because he can always sell it in his shop.
Look, I got the money back. You should be happy now.
Oh, I am. Not particularly because you got the money back. I mean, you won most of that anyway.
So what are you going on about?
Going on about the prospect of blowing all the housekeeping on hay.
You know, it's not like Fred Elliott to do anybody a favour, is it?
Yeah, well, he did for me. So come on, you're right then.
How much did he give you?
What, I paid?
300 quid. Well, that's very generous of him. I must remember to thank him next time I see him.
All right, near enough. Look, I got shut of it, so can we drop it?
How much is near enough?
Well, I'm happy, all right.
275? 250?
Look, it's between me and Fred.
225?
He took it off me hands.
200?
Yes, 200. Well, he was doing me a favour.
Oh, he was doing himself a bigger favour.
Well done, Martin, you played a blinder. Still, as long as you're happy.
Yeah.
Of course your dad was depressed. The whole point in going was for you to try and lift his spirits.
Yeah, and how was I supposed to do that?
By trying to be positive.
Positive? What's he got to be positive about?
The future. He's not going to be stuck in there forever.
And that's positive, is it? Look, Vicky, what's he going to do when he does come out? What's he going to do for the rest of his life?
I don't know. But he will have a life. Whatever he's done, we have to stand by him.
Look, Vicky, you're wasting your time. He's not interested in the future. I mean, he doesn't even know where he's going to live.
Well, he could go back with Bill Webster, couldn't he? At least till he gets on his feet.
Oh, yeah, and that's a great idea. Seeing me mum every day. How long do you think it's going to be before he blows his top again? And how long's Bill Webster going to want him around for? A manic depressive with no aim in life.
So we just abandon him, do we? Just wash our hands of him? I'm sorry, Steve, but I can't do that. And I'm appalled that you could even think of it. You expecting anybody?
No.
Steve. Good to see you. Vicky all right, I take it?
Who is it? Grandad?
My word, you do look well. I have to admit, married life certainly seems to agree with you. You wouldn't be making coffee by any chance. I could murder a cup.